Okay, seems to be working. Great. Let's find some music. All right. Yeah, guys, as you can see, I'm done with Yu-Gi-Oh. No more Yu-Gi-Oh on the channel. No. Obviously not. I'm not selling off my Yu-Gi-Oh collection for Pokemon. It's just I've been to Japan, like I've been in Germany for a week right now, so I've been in Japan for like the last 3 weeks, and I actually had a hard time finding cool cards in Japan. So out of, yeah, how to say, the situation was like I was looking for cards in rural areas in Japan this time, and yeah, there was really nothing interesting. And I did these rural card hunts in Japan, or tried, and all the modern Yu-Gi-Oh cards are just so boring. They were so so trash that I had no interest in buying modern Yu-Gi-Oh. So I decided to just buy some Pokemon, and yeah, as you can see, I have quite a lot of Pokemon stuff laying around here. And what I wanted to do is I wanted to have a look at what I bought, because I bought a lot, and just wanted to see if there's something for my Pokemon collection, because I'm collecting Pokemon every here and then, a little bit at least. And I just wanted to add some cards to my collection, wanted to add some stuff to for sale, and so on and so forth. And yeah, just wanted to hang out a little bit here with you guys, because it's been quite a while that I was live, and yeah, I wasn't that active on YouTube as well, so I thought, why not just go live if I'm online anyways, or not online anyways. If I'm just sorting cards anyways, I can do it on a live. And if there's anyone interested in watching me or talking to me, being live, doing some sorting and doing what all the collectors do, like sorting cards, getting rid of cards, and so on and so forth, yeah, you've come to the right place. So no big menu of things I want to talk about today. It's just me chilling, and yeah, if there's somebody who's doing the same maybe, or just wants some background talking noise, yeah, that's the right live stream for you guys. So I have to open my own stream. I forgot, because I need to check, like, I want to know if somebody is watching, right? So just give me a second. Finding my own channel. View your channel. Oh, there's actually 18 people watching. I'm so sorry, guys, that there's like no real program. I think it's fine though. Alright, so let me have a quick look at the chat. Would be super helpful, guys, if you would stick to English in the chat as well, because it makes it easier for me to translate for the audience, because yeah, obviously not a German channel, so yeah, I have to stick to English. So very faint audio. Is it hard to understand me, like, all the time? Hi, I've been getting into World Championship prize card match winners. Do you own any of them or the replicas? Yeah, I own pretty much all of the replicas, Luis. I have them all in my binder. Isn't these areas normally the best? Yeah, rural areas, I mean, they're hit or miss, right? I mean, there is not that many people selling to those places. But I think nowadays there's quite a lot of people hunting for cards because if they just have one store to go to, they will just go to that one store every week. So yeah, maybe um, not the best, but still you can find hidden gems. But like I told you guys, I did a road trip with a very good friend, and we went from Tokyo up to the north of Japan, like quite north. Didn't make it to Sapporo, but yeah, we went quite far. We had like almost a whole week of driving around in Japan, and I mean, I was just there to do holidays, right? It wasn't about card hunting and so on because I really needed a break. I had a very stressful month behind me, and I really needed some time off. So I focused on myself, which was the right decision to do. And yeah, once we realized, okay, we have to go back because yeah, we only had our car for 7 days. On the sixth day, we realized, okay, we have to make a turn now and go back. And instead of just driving home, we went to all these hard offs and book offs, like these second-hand places in Japan. And he was shopping for clothes and groceries. No, not groceries, not the right word for like how to say the like vacuums and like household electronics. That's the word I was missing. And in the meantime, I was trying to find some cool deals. Went to some card shops and yeah, tried to find some stuff, and there was just nothing for Yu-Gi-Oh. I bought a little bit of Yu-Gi-Oh here and there, but mostly in rural areas there was just Pokemon. So I was thinking like, maybe I can use this opportunity to yeah get a feed into the Pokemon world and start like selling a little bit on card market for Pokemon as well. And I just started going through these card boxes. Like I showed them to you, right? They have these in for Yu-Gi-Oh as well, and I'm showing them in my videos sometimes, like these huge boxes where you can just go through and look for every single card. And yeah, this is, for example, some of the stuff, and this too, and this is stuff maybe. And I wanted to go through these because they still even have like the stickers on them, how much I paid. But I realized Pokemon is so difficult to get a foot in because there is so many people trying to sell Pokemon in Europe and probably also in the US that there's no money to make there. I bought a lot of these for like quite cheap, and I was like, damn, I can make maybe a couple bucks off of these. But then after I bought already quite quite a lot of cards, just cheap stuff by the way, I I realized when I looked at card market that there is like no margin at all. I mean, I paid, for example, $1 for a card, and here in Germany they sell for $1.20. So even if I would sell for $1.20, I would yeah lose money because of tax. Yeah. So but that doesn't mean all these cards are bad investments. Let's say investments. Some of these probably are, but not all of them. So yeah, I just wanted to, since I'm also collecting a little bit of Pokemon, I wanted to yeah go through these and have a little chat with you guys. All right, so obviously, if you're just here to hear my story about me quitting Yu-Gi-Oh, that's like the dirtiest clickbait I've ever done. I'm not quitting Yu-Gi-Oh. I will never quit Yu-Gi-Oh, like totally. I will never sell off my collection or anything. In fact, I have some decent promos right here. I unboxed these, I think this week, and I made videos about these very cool promos for Yu-Gi-Oh. And yeah, I'm not going anywhere, guys. It's just I need to look at something else sometimes, right? So yeah, but there's videos coming up again on the channel. It's just I really don't enjoy like the editing part too much anymore. So I was a little sloppy or slacking in the recent couple months, but yeah, I will try to get back to like one video per week schedule. But it is also important to do what you want to do at certain times, especially if YouTube feels like an is it the right term, obligation? Like it felt like I had to do a video a week, and it wasn't really that great. And you know, guys, Yu-Gi-Oh is such a niche, and OCG Yu-Gi-Oh is a niche on top of that. There's not that many people watching, and still the time I invest into these videos is quite a lot actually compared to how few people watch. And yeah, it's not always that motivating to spend a couple hours in a single video, like editing and filming, and then yeah, maybe 1,000 people watch it and that's it, right? I'm not making anything out of that. So I need to enjoy the process, right? Because I have to do it for myself. And yeah, I just wasn't feeling it in the last couple of months. So yeah. But there is like 4 or 5 videos I already recorded, and I just have to stitch them together, edit them, and they will be on the channel in the next weeks. So I'm not quitting Yu-Gi-Oh! Alright, there's so much in the chat already. Should I go through the chat? Let's just say if you had a question you really want me to answer, just post it again, okay? Just copy paste and let me know once more, and I will have a look, because there's so much in the chat. I don't want to go through the whole chat right now. So you're asking for the car I was renting. It was a Nissan Kicks. It's probably a Japan only model. It's like a compact SUV car, and yeah, was a decent car. I mean, I own a Toyota Corolla. It's my private car, and I much rather drive a Toyota car. I really like Toyota, but Nissan wasn't bad at all. It was a decent car. Is that the 20s BLS? No, that's the BLS I just showed is the new one from the new Loppy. It's not a promo product. There's like a 7-Eleven like convenience store in Japan which is called Lawson, and they did these collaborations with Konami twice a year. I think they're doing it, and they also released Obelisk and no, did they? Yeah, Obelisk and Slifer. I think Ra too. Yeah, they did all the 3 gods at this point, and other modern cards as well. And now it happened to be the Chaos Soldier. But there's a video coming up on that, so I don't want to spoil too much about that topic. Nothing wrong with your TCG collection of choice having peaks and thoughts of interest. Same with making videos. You should do it when you feel motivated and passionate. Exactly. So that's the reason I had to really take a little break. And yeah, also right now, I mean, the problem with Yu-Gi-Oh! Is that the modern stuff is really not interesting to collectors like me. And I had a look at Pokemon, and I actually lived very close to the Pokemon Center in Tokyo. I lived in Yahiro at a friend's place. Shout out to you, Ayumu. Thank you so much for letting me stay at your place. And the Pokemon Center was very close to that area where I was living. And since there's such a boom on Pokemon, they had limits on how many packs you can buy from the Pokemon Center. And whenever I had the chance, I went there and I bought my daily packs and I opened them with my girlfriend like just a couple days before. And I really have to admit that Pokemon is doing something great with the modern sets. I mean, the stuff you see in my binder right here is all the stuff I unboxed. Let's have a quick look here. And even though you're like a Yu-Gi-Oh audience, you will probably know most of these cards, right? Because I opened this Choden Breaker. It's like Surging Sparks in English, I think. And yeah, I played Black and White on the DS back then, so I know this guy, Sazandora in Japanese. And they had, I pulled this AR Magnemite, and I think they're just doing such a great job. 1 second, I need to see my own camera in order to zoom in and stuff. 1 second. I just think they're doing such a great job with these full art cards, right? They look amazing, And I wish that Yu-Gi-Oh would, yeah, do something similar because it's so cool. I mean, it's a modern card still, but it's an old Pokemon from the first 151, right? Looks so cool, and I miss that for Yu-Gi-Oh. It's like, why are they not doing anything like this? They drop these promo products every here and then, but yeah, in the core sets and so on, they're printing the same arts over and over and over again, and just adding some new rarities. And Pokemon has so many artworks. I really don't know how many Pikachus exist nowadays, right? It's crazy. And they keep doing it. And then the camera moved a little bit. And it's just so fun to open these packs. And I even opened like an SAR, this booster in Japanese, Flareon I think in English, Flamara in German. And even though this is not an expensive card, it's still like cool to pull some stuff out of these packs, right? And yeah, while we are already at it, let me show you what I bought for Pokemon. So yesterday I uploaded a card hunt from Ikebukuro, from Tokyo, and I don't know why. I was like going through my editing software, and I was like, wait a minute, this video, did I put it on my YouTube? And I was looking through my own YouTube videos, and I was like, damn, I edited the video, but I forgot to upload it. And that's why I just uploaded a video which I recorded last year in December. Um, yeah, but there I went to Ikebukuro and did some card hunting and bought some cards, and I also bought some Pokemon stuff. And whenever I have like a bad card hunt and nothing really worked out for me, I didn't find cards for my customers, and I also wasn't able to find stuff for myself. I usually end up buying some Pokemon. And the collection you see here is mostly failed card hunts. So you can see how many bad card hunts I had in Japan because, yeah, whenever I wasn't able to buy a lot of stuff, I had budget left over and I was like pouring some in Pokemon. So Alakazam being one of my all-time favorite cards. This is like the base set Alakazam, right? And yeah, I think it reminds me of my childhood and the school days, and I always wanted this card, but wasn't able to, yeah, to trade for it. And what else is here? So we have the censored, or this is the uncensored version of this Slimer. I don't know the English name right now. Grimer or something like that. And this card is censored because he is looking under the skirt of the girl, and in the European or North American release, he's looking the other way. That's why I have this. It's kind of funny that they even realized it, right, and changed it. And yeah, this is like stuff I just bought. And also, fun story, this is like the pack art of the Pokemon 20th anniversary pack. So we had this for Yu-Gi-Oh! Not specifically as well, but we had some reprint packs in the product, right? Oh, and this was released in 2016, and this box is now like $5,000, something like that. So crazy expensive. And yeah, I was in Japan 2016 like every year, and I just bought this pack because it was on Amazon for like $30. It just came out and the hype wasn't there. And I pulled quite a lot of amazing cards. I did sell a lot of it to buy Yu-Gi-Oh! Actually, so no, I'm not quitting Yu-Gi-Oh! But yeah, that's a really cool cover art. So this is basically the base set cover for the Japanese release, which is so much cooler than ours because ours just had a Charizard, a Blastoise, and a Venusaur on it, right? So yeah, this is basically my collection. And I have like the 3 legendary birds here from the fossil set. And I have the evolutions from the jungle set, and I have a special release of these legendary birds as well. And these I opened myself. These came out of a special booster box. I don't know which one it was, but they had some very cool like full arts for the evolutions. So yeah, I mean, I had these old school ones, and now I have the newer ones here as well. And this one too. I mean, Pokemon is really like, sometimes I'm like excited and I want to open some Pokemon. And this card, this is the Shining Ho-Oh, is also one of the cards I think this was from a Elite Trainer box. So I opened this from an Elite Trainer box myself, and I had it still in Japan. I brought it back like this time when I came back, and had like this huge chunk of cards like left, and there was this Shining Ho, and this is actually like 10 euro or something. So yeah, actually worth a little bit as well. And now in my collection where it belongs. And yeah, this is the modern stuff I just opened, and this is 2. And I have to add some cards here because I bought a lot of these newer foils and so on, and I have to find the other ones I'm missing yet and add them to my collection. Where are the Eevee cards? I already put them somewhere. So they're probably somewhere close. There's quite a lot of cool stuff in here. I will show you later. But now I want to first find my Umbreons. Here. Okay, I think they're here. So this is the stuff I bought from my Japan trip this time. And I just went by the looks. So I just thought whenever a card looked cool, I just bought it. It's a little unfortunate that my camera is moving when I'm zooming, but this should work. So you can also see the prices, by the way, which is actually kind of cool. So if anyone knows a little bit about Pokemon, you can let me know if I did a good deal or not. So here we are. Here are my Eevee cards, and don't worry, I'm not doing this the whole time, but I just wanted to have a little look. So this is the Pikachu EX you were able to get from Surging Sparks, and this looks kind of clean. I paid 385 yen, so like €2.50, something like that, and I didn't pull it. So this one is going straight to, even though I didn't pull it myself, I will put it in my binder. Zoom out a little. And what else? So this guy has to move. We'll have a look at the chat in a minute, guys. Just let me finish this one page, okay? So I have 3 Umbreons. I have 3 Eevees. No, I have even more. Flareon, and there's 2 more. So let's find a good one. I paid 165 yen. So this is basically €1. So let's have a look at the conditions. So this is actually kind of clean. This is very clean. This could be one for my collection. Is there like, I think it's, compared to Yu-Gi-Oh, it's really difficult to look at centering for like these modern Pokemon cards, I think. Maybe it's just because I'm not in Pokemon business, but I think it's kind of difficult to assess like the centering. At least compared to Yu-Gi-Oh, it's way more difficult. So this one is a little damaged. Let's have a quick look at the back. This one has a little whitening. I mean, if I have so many Umbreons, I can just pick the best one for my collection, right? Why not? This one has a little line. Factory line. Did this one have the line as well? No, this one doesn't have the line. So maybe this is already the best one. So yeah, my idea was to just buy these, and I thought, damn, 165 yen for such a shiny card. Let's buy and sell in Europe, in Germany. But yeah, it seems like there's no money to be made because there's just too many people in this business. So Umbreon, okay, so we have this Flareon. I only have this one, so no other choice than putting it in here. And finally an Eevee. I have to pick one more Eevee. So centering looks good on all of these. Is there like anyone with some damage I can see? These all look great, to be honest. Yeah, let's just pick one. Let's go with this one. Alright. Am I missing an evolution? We have this one. I'm missing this one. Fire, water. I'm also missing Leafeon, right? I think they have all the evolutions in here. Damn, so I'm actually not able to complete it, and it will also be it's not possible to put all of them on one page, which sucks. All right, let me have a look at the chat because I promised that I'm going to read the comments. All right, where do I start? I have the same problem. Honestly, compared to Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon is complete garbage. Oh, very extreme opinion. Yu-Gi-Oh cards always made sense because that's what they are in the show, but Pokemon having cards has never made sense to me. Yeah, I mean, obviously Pokemon started as a Game Boy game, right, and an anime, but yeah, it doesn't have to make sense. I mean, if you want to collect, why not collect? Thoughts on the TCG Blue Eyes Ultimate Rare? Seems like it's really hot right now. So the TCG version, I mean, it's a modern card. It looks modern. It has nothing in common with the Ultimate Rare, how it was like in the past. Since it's TCG, I'm expecting it to have damage, like from factory. And it's not even close to how cool these look. So, I mean, I don't really care about the TCG release. Just look at this and tell me why shouldn't you get this one over the TCG. And we even have like these modern OCG Ultimate Rares, right? But there's really no point. I mean, they don't even look alike. I mean, if they made a perfect like copy, a modern copy which has like good quality and somewhat looks like this one, then I would say it's a good alternative because it's probably cheaper because it's modern. But I mean, I haven't seen it. I don't want to judge stuff I haven't seen. I just heard there is one and I've seen like a picture. But yeah, I mean, in the end, maybe this one gets even more attention because people are like, damn, why is there no SDK Ultimate Rare Blue Eyes? And they will happen to find my channel or any other channel or just find this card on the internet and think like, wow, this looks really cool. Why is the modern one not looking as cool? And they will probably go for this one. So my opinion, nice try. Good alternative if you have like strict TCG only route you want to go for your collection. Other than that, I think, yeah, I'm not gonna get it. Definitely not. Could you show the replica binder of match winners? Would love to see it. No worries if not. Maybe not today, but maybe in a different live stream I can do that. But I can show you the two graded ones I have. I have like the ARS 10 copies of the two more expensive ones. I can show these real quick, right? Because these are like the more expensive ones you want. And yeah, these are from the extra pack. Extra pack 13 actually. and there's so many more, but yeah, these look really nice. And there's also some newer promos, right? What was its name? There's like this Blue Eyes. I bought this one for a customer in Japan, but I forgot its name. It's really cool looking new Blue Eyes. It's probably pretty similar to this, like a Blue Eyes, but with like new features, like looking more modern. It looks a little bit like the Shining Blue Eyes. Maybe you know what I'm talking about. Okay, do you say it's easy and doable for someone from Germany to drive in Japan? It is very easy, but it's the same like driving in the UK, right? Because it's left-sided, so you have to drive on the left side and you will sit on the opposite side of your car. So you need to do some rethinking and rewiring in your brain, but other than that, it's like not too difficult. And people in Japan are so kind and they drive very passively, which is what I love about driving in Japan. People are just nice in general. They're like looking out for each other, not like in Germany, for example. Whenever German people step into a car, they become complete assholes. Like, it feels like 90% are like reckless and just thinking of their own, honking immediately. Yeah, just treating other people bad, not thinking about maybe there's someone who's not that used to drive a car. It's probably all the same in the rest of the world. It's just Japan and Japanese people are so careful for their surroundings. So it's really nice to drive in Japan because, yeah, people will look out for you, at least to a certain extent, unless you do some crazy, stupid things. Is it hard to shop gold stars in Japan? Have you seen any in shops? I've seen a lot of gold stars. Actually, Pokemon, since there's so many people buying, selling, there's no difficulties to find the rare Pokemon cards, especially in Tokyo. You will find, if you have the right budget, you will find all the gold stars. I would say it's not that hard. It's just they're very expensive, and you will not score deals on them. You will pay market or maybe even above market for them. Will you cover Japanese Pokemon as you do with Yu-Gi-Oh? Probably not, at least not on this channel. And I feel like there's way too much I missed in terms of Pokemon, like even in the last years. It would be so much time and researching I would have to do that it would again feel more like work, and that's not what I want to do. I want to just enjoy my Pokemon cards, and also for Yu-Gi-Oh, I want to showcase stuff I really like, for like this Blue Eyes here. Like I told you guys earlier, it will be in the video very soon on the channel, and doing that for Pokemon, it would be too much work. I don't have the time and I don't have the motivation to do that as well. In Japan, I'd be in heaven for Yu-Gi-Oh! Wanted to go back in like 2015, but now it seems like tourists have probably made it harder to find good deals and rare items. Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's actually an interesting thing, or a topic which I could totally cover in a video. Like how it felt way back then when I started this channel, like doing these card hunts, and how it feels now. And let me think about it. Back then, when I started doing these card hunts, it was immediately after COVID. And since it was immediately after COVID, there was this time span where you couldn't go to Japan as a foreigner. You needed to be a Japanese citizen, or at least you needed to have the Japanese, how to say, like you had to be Japanese, right, to go to Japan. Otherwise, you weren't able to go, and they had this quarantine thing going on. So I flew to Japan, and I had to go to these hotels and stay there for 3 days and prove that I don't have COVID and so on and so forth. So it was quite difficult to get into Japan. But that's around the time when I started doing card hunts, and OCG Yu-Gi-Oh was so unknown. I think I I did a lot of work like getting OCG Yu-Gi-Oh out there, but before I started that, it was really unknown, and also there wasn't that much attention from like all over the world, and I was able to find some really good deals. At least maybe they weren't even deals; they were just still quite affordable back then. So I was able to buy near mint to mint cards from the old times, like Duel Monsters Ultimate Rares, for like 20%, 30% of the price they are now. And I bought a lot of them, kept them because I liked them. I even had like crazy projects like getting 3 of each or maybe even 9 of each. At some point, I realized it's a stupid idea, and even though it was cheaper back then, it was still quite a lot of money, and I didn't know that they would go up, right? It could have been the opposite, they could have gone down as well. So, still, I bought like decent amounts of cards, and yeah, it actually was fun because you went into the stores and you had cards still left there, which were probably sitting there for quite a while because the Japanese people, for them, it's an old card which was widely available for them, and they've seen it for the longest time, and there was no interest in these. And for me, like, I had a lot of them in my childhood, but it's like the same with all of you probably in your childhood, or when you were still small, you didn't had much money, so you had a couple of them, but there was always these cards you never was able to get. So yeah, I bought quite a lot of cards in that time, and it was very fun. And I was lucky that some of them even went up a little bit, or quite a lot. And yeah, it was good times. And nowadays, if I go to Japan and do these card hunts, it feels like there's way more people doing the same thing as I'm doing. Um, Luckily, not in Yu-Gi-Oh! Most of them are in Pokemon, but still, there's also quite a lot of people shopping for Yu-Gi-Oh! And the prices are at a point right now where it's like really hard to just pull the trigger because you see something you like. They're like at a level where you have to, yeah, drop a couple $100, and you can't do that out of the mood, right? At least I can't, and most of you probably aren't in that position, that they can do that as well. So you basically shop for one card you really wanted for the longest time, and you search for that one card and try to find it, and so on and so forth. But yeah, other than that, prices are quite high already, and it's really difficult to pull the trigger on stuff like that at this point. So it's not as fun as it has been like 3 4 years ago. Maybe that's also a point, on top of the fact that it also becomes a little repetitive for me doing these videos, because I know all the stores, and yeah, there's some stores closing down and some new ones opening up. I had this in Japan this time as well, new places opening up, but yeah, it feels repetitive, and since the card price level is so high right now, it's difficult to buy a lot of things, and yeah, it changed a lot. It's still worth doing your grinds and yeah, go to Japan because you can still find really good deals, especially compared to eBay prices or Card Market or TCG player prices. But for me, it changed a little bit for the negative. I have to be honest when it comes to that. What's your favorite Pokemon card in your personal collection? Very good question. Very good question. I don't really know. I mean, I don't have that many at this point, but my most favorite ones. It's probably this Alakazam. It's probably this Alakazam I showed you earlier, right? Probably my favorite card, yeah. What else do we have? Do you think Pokemon prize cards are more fun to collect than Yu-Gi-Oh prize cards? I don't really know. I don't have much knowledge about Pokemon to begin with, so especially when it comes to prize cards, I don't really know much about Pokemon prize cards, to be honest. For me, stuff needs to be in a certain range so that I can enjoy buying them and not feel like I've spent a fortune. That's also part of the fun, and it's stuff like that I really enjoy. Just look at this pigeon. I don't know the English name. At this Taubsi. Just look at this, how gorgeous it looks. And this card I think was damaged. Yeah, it has like a ding corner, a little bit of scuffing, so this is probably excellent card. But for $1, I think this is a great value because it's just such a cute card, right? And for $1, I would pick these up even if they're like a little scuffed. And this is what makes Pokemon fun to me in a certain extent, that you can buy stuff which looks cool, which is old school in a way because it's an old Pokemon. This is what makes it fun for me, and yeah, not like expensive prize cards. I don't really care about like super rare prize cards and so on. It's not in reach, so it's not an option anyway. So yeah, a little difficult to answer that question. Do you think there's any pathway for Konami to improve modern Yu-Gi-Oh to the level of quality and interest that modern Pokemon is reaching? I don't know. I mean, I think one of the biggest mistakes for Yu-Gi-Oh was Rush Duel, to be honest. The swords I'm having right now, I just came up with. It's just what I came up with right now. Like, I didn't really put much thought in it, but when I read your question, that was the first thing I was thinking about. Rush Duel is such a mistake for Yu-Gi-Oh! Because if they would have tried to implement what Rush Duel is doing to the actual Yu-Gi-Oh! We have right now, and maybe just split the format we have anyways, right? We have this gold format stuff, and what was the other one called? The Edison format and stuff. That's just stuff people came up with, I think, and it's not officially like from Konami, right? And why are they not pushing like Goat and Edison format stuff and reprinting these cards in new rarities, giving people the opportunity to buy like full arts of old school cards? They did it in Rush Duel, but Rush Duel looks too different so that people like me, which are somewhat old school at this point, are still that interested in it. I mean, the art looks nice. I just had this Rush Duel. Wait a second. Here we go. I just had this, this Rush Duel full art secret rare Dark Magician Girl, and it's a beautiful card, and I think it just looks cool, modern. They have this is basically what Pokemon is doing, but they changed the layout to Rush Duel, and I get the idea that they were like trying to get younger people back into the game because the game just they made a shit game out of Yu-Gi-Oh. It's just not fun. It's way too complicated and so on and so forth. And if they would have done this in the original Yu-Gi-Oh format, I think that would have been the way to actually, keep Yu-Gi-Oh interesting for way more people. Like making it more fun to enjoy for the majority of people. But they did Rush Duel, and Rush Duel is a different game. It's the same monsters, it's the same company, but it's still a different game. And I don't want to start collecting a new game, I mean, it just feels wrong to me buying this stuff, and especially since some of these Rush Duel cards are so expensive because they're so hard to pull. Like this artificial shortage thing where you put one card in a whole case, or maybe in 2 or 3 cases. If they would have implemented that in the original Yu-Gi-Oh, it would have been the way to go, and it's what Pokemon is doing. It's like, look at this Charizard. I mean, it's still the same card, they just did a new look to it. Or even this one, it's like the exact same card and the same effect, and there's nothing new about this. It's just the artwork is different. And you can collect Charizards, like, even to this day, and you can buy modern product and expect to pull something like that, and that's just the way to go. I think Konami has to realize that and stop just doing these promo products. I mean, they're doing awesome Yu-Gi-Oh promo products, and I buy them because there's cards in it which I really enjoy and I want to have them, but there is nothing in the core sets, you know? They put one reinvented Gaia or reinvented Dark Magician Girl in there. That's all they're doing, and yeah, it just doesn't feel right. It's not interesting. I don't know. Pokemon is doing such a good job. They should just copy Pokemon at this point. Yeah. Shining Ho-Oh looks amazing. You should check out the black and white era full arts. Those are amazing in Japanese with the texturing. Yeah, at this point, there's so much I have to look up, but I might come across sometime when I'm doing some research. Pikachu's always go up a bit in the long run. Yeah, there's a lot of Pikachu promos as well. Have you thought about ever buying the Bandai Mirror Force in the future? No. It's probably the same reasoning why I'm not into price cards. I'm not really interested in owning rare cards because at the end of the day, I buy a card, I own it for a week, 2 weeks, 1 month, 2 months, maybe a year, and at that point I'm tired of that card, unless it's like really a card I like. And Mirror Force, I mean, yeah, it's an iconic card, it's a trap card. Yugi used it a lot in his battles, but it's not really a card I would say, yeah, Mirror Force is one of my favorites. No. Also Raigeki, it's like, yeah, it's from LOB, from the first set of Yu-Gi-Oh! It's iconic and so on, but I wouldn't pay like thousands for a very rare Raigeki price card because, yeah, at the end of the day, I can just put it on my shelf or in my binder and it will just sit there. So that's the thing. That's the healthy way of approaching collecting for normal people, right? Because you shouldn't be chasing like multiple $1,000 cards. Yeah, and it's probably also hard to move, right? If you ever decide to change it for something else, who's gonna buy that rare Mirror Force from Bandai? Yeah, so not really planning on buying that. I have the Gate Guardian, which is enough. For me, it's rare enough, and yeah, I could sell the Gate Guardian to any of you guys right now. I don't really care about this card anymore. It was fun owning it for a long time, but now, yeah, I got bored of it. It's just part of my Bandai collection, and yeah, I don't really enjoy having it at this point, which is kind of sad, but it's like what all collectors have to go through, and probably everybody is thinking in a different way. Maybe some people enjoy like just owning rare cards, but for me, it's just not. I don't feel like spending thousands on a single card. I would rather buy multiple cool ones I really like instead of just owning rare cards. Are you now the bilingual trainer? No, I'm not. So this is a live AMA and you're quitting Yu-Gi-Oh for Pokemon. Here's my questions. Why are you gay? Who says I'm gay? Why do you quit Yu-Gi-Oh, man? I'm not quitting, guys. I'm just doing some dirty clickbait. Do you prefer vintage or modern, and why? For Yu-Gi-Oh? For Yu-Gi-Oh, I definitely prefer vintage. For modern, there's not that much to collect. I mean, I would love to see more alternate artworks of old school cards, like being put in core sets, like Pokemon is doing. No, like reinvented crazy Blue Eyes and Dark Magicians. I just want the same effect and just have it in a new art. Yeah, like all the time, like Pokemon is doing. And they can play around with the card because the old Dark Magician, Blue Eyes, they don't have effect text, right? They just have the vanilla effect. Yeah, it's not even effect, the description box. They don't need to, like, they can go ham on the card and completely do the artwork on the whole card. And people still know what this card does, right? It does nothing, actually. And yeah, this is what I would really like to have in modern Yu-Gi-Oh! And they just them just putting some crazy amounts of glitter on cards. I mean, it was very cool to see 20th anniversary, like 5 years ago at this point. It was cool to see how much glitter they can put on a card, but I mean, at this point, we had so much, and this card has now a different, yeah, text color, and the emblem changed, but this is basically the exact same card which came out 5 years ago in the 20th anniversary style, right? So even though I'm happy that I own this, and this was also way cheaper, which is why I own this one, it's nothing new, right? They didn't reinvent anything. They just, yeah, printed the same card and put a different logo on it. Yeah, it gets boring, guys. I'm gonna be honest. And I mean, I get it. Black Luster Soldier collectors need this card in their collection. And I got it because it was cheap and accessible for me. But is it a card I'm really excited to own? No. If I'm honest, no. It's the same story again. And if they continue with this for the 30th anniversary, more and more people will get bored. And Pokemon will just go to the moon, as you guys say. Is Pokemon TCG cheaper than Yu-Gi-Oh? No, Pokemon is way more expensive, but Pokemon gives way more options for people who don't want to pay much money. And like I showed with the Pigeon, with this one, $1, you can enjoy these. But at the same time, the high end for Pokemon is way more expensive, yes. Are you in Germany? I didn't know that. Very nice. Do you also sell Pokemon cards? I am in Germany. I am German and I live in Germany most of the time. So yes, I also have my store in Germany and I sell on Card Market. I do sell some Pokemon as well, but it's not like my main business. My main business is still Yu-Gi-Oh! And I just learned that it's good that I'm in Yu-Gi-Oh! And not in Pokemon, because Pokemon is just, it's way too hard. It's not worth even flying to Japan, buying cards in Japan and selling them here, because customs and everything is killing the value and the arbitrage already. What about Pokemon Vintage or Modern? I'll admit that the modern texturing on Pokemon cards looks beautiful. Vintage will always have that nostalgia factor for me. For Pokemon, I love both. I love the simplicity of the old school Pokemon cards, but at the same time, like, look at this card I just pulled, like, very recently, and look at the texture. Look at the texture of this card. Let's see if I can, like, get it into the frame. Do you see, like, how much is going on that card? It's not a flat hollow. They have, like, so much going on this card. It reminds me of an ultimate rare of the old days for Yu-Gi-Oh! And it's just, you can just tell that these cards, yeah, they put a lot of thought into them and try to make them look nice. And this is what I really like about modern Pokemon, and which is why I'm also keeping this card and not selling it right away, because I think it looks cool and I just want to own it. Also for these ones, these are a little older, and these are pretty much the equivalent to the 20s and quarter century in terms of how much glitter they put on the card, but they evolved from that, right? They did that for a couple of years and then they changed it, like, completely again, and it just keeps it interesting, whereas Yu-Gi-Oh! is not really that innovative. I'm searching for the Leafeon EX alternative art, but sadly I don't know anybody Who has it? I will buy it from Card Market then. Yeah, unlucky. I don't have it as well. What's the reasoning for quitting Yu-Gi-Oh? The reason is I'm doing a little clickbait here. I don't know. I felt like this title is kinda interesting. But I'm not quitting Yu-Gi-Oh. I'm just doing some dirty clickbaiting here. That's sad. Pokemon is not a good game. It's just a money token. People doesn't really like Pokemon or the card game. They like money. I love Yu-Gi-Oh! It's the hardest card game and the most beautiful one. Yeah, this is a great example how different opinions are. For me, modern Yu-Gi-Oh! Is the most boring and most complicated game. I'm not interested in reading so much and thinking so much about how a game needs to be played, and also I've tried like playing some Yu-Gi-Oh! Online with like dual links, and there was the new one as well, and I enjoyed old Yu-Gi-Oh! Because it wasn't that complicated, but modern Yu-Gi-Oh! Come on, again, it's just my opinion, but I think modern Yu-Gi-Oh! Is so complicated. It's why I don't want to study Yu-Gi-Oh! To enjoy. I mean, that's like quite a long way I have to go until I can play Yu-Gi-Oh! Whereas Pokemon is maybe even too simple. I agree on that too. But, and also since Pokemon is so much bigger, there's a lot of people just in there for the money. I get it. But at least speaking of, for me, for myself, it's the other way around. I just can buy modern cards, I can buy old school cards. They're affordable. And if I want to pay a couple grand for a card, I can do that, but I can also pay a couple bucks and get stuff like this, and I just enjoy it and have it in my binder. So it always comes down to personal preference, but this is just my take on Pokemon. Quitting Yu-Gi-Oh! For fentanyl. Yeah, drugs are bad, guys. So we had this discussion about Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! And so on, and what I actually wanted to do is not talk much and just do some sorting and putting cards in my binder. So I guess that's what I'm gonna be doing from now on. And since it's a little difficult to do talking and doing like sorting, I think I'm gonna end the stream right now, unless there's some questions you wanna ask me before I go offline. But I think I need some time to go through these cards. Like, there's so many of them as well, right? Also, I love that they have like these random Pokemon Monster Ball cards, right? They are not rare or anything, they're just commons, but them adding this little touch to the commons makes them interesting for me, or at least interesting enough so that I can try to collect some of these at least. Yeah. That's the whole story behind this. I have another rainbow I need to add here. Some Charizards here as well. Rayquaza. Yeah. By the way, just wanted to say I appreciate the video on the SM51 Blue Eyes. It really inspired me to acquire a blue shimmer and saturated blue shimmer along with my purple background. That's great to hear, man. That's why I make these videos, to get these informations out to you guys, right? It's just fascinating that something like this exists on just this card. I mean, there is no other Duel Monsters Ultimate Rare which has like different background versions, unless we are speaking about Fushio Richie. That's the only card I just came up with which has the purple and the blue version as well. It's not that known, but there is the regular Fushio Richie Ultimate Rare is like pretty much purple, and there is also a dark blue version, which is interesting. I've only seen a PSA scan and a picture of two side-by-side Fushio Richies, and I wasn't able to see one in person yet in Japan, but I'm always looking out for it. When I'm in Japan, I'm checking all the Fushio Richies. I spent more time speed reading card effects than actually playing the modern Yu-Gi-Oh TCG. Yeah, that's what Yu-Gi-Oh became, right? Do you have any Yu-Gi-Oh match winner replicas for sale? Match winner replicas. No. I'm also not doing inventory anymore. So the inventory I have right now, I just sell. And once it's gone, I'm not gonna buy like high-end cards to just have as inventory anymore. I'm not doing that anymore. I don't want to have like binders and binders full of cards. I just do like orders. So if you need a card from Japan and we can agree on a price and it's worth it to you and also to me, you can let me know and I will buy that card for you in Japan. But unless I'm selling something off my personal collection or I have something still in stock, I'm not buying any cards to just have sitting around here and yeah, sell. This one also has another texture as well, the Celebi. All of these like are a little different. This is really interesting. And this Celebi was 880 yen. And it looks near mint to me. At least doing a quick scan. 880 yen is like how much? 5 to 6 euro, so maybe $7. Yeah, and it's just a cool card. It's probably not a rare card, it's probably not worth much, but yeah, I just enjoy, and I just want to have some more of these rainbows. I really enjoy these. Also these ARs, these alternate artworks, I really enjoy. Alright guys, if there's no more questions, I will cut the stream right now. It was really fun talking to you guys, and it's really cool that there's so many people still around, even though I made this baity title. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. But I really felt like just talking to some of you guys and letting you guys know that I'm still around. It's just making videos is just so time consuming, and I didn't feel like it for quite a long time, and I still probably will never, let's not say never, but I won't go back like to when I was able to keep up the pace, like one video per week for like months and months and months. I just have too much personal stuff going on. I also have to make sure my personal health is like the most important thing for me right now, and I just want to do what I enjoy and not feel like obligated to do this. So don't worry, I'm still here, and I'm not going away. If I'm gonna quit making YouTube, I'm gonna let you know, of course. I will not just disappear, but that's not the plan. I still enjoy doing these lives and doing a video every now and then. So drop a heart in the chat for me, guys. Maybe even a like if you feel like it. And yeah, there is a new video for the next couple weeks. So there will be a few videos on the channel in the near future. So yeah, back to usual for a short period at least. Alright guys, thank you so much for being with me here in the stream. Hope you have a wonderful weekend, and yeah, talk to you soon in another video, guys.